Assalamu alaikum, this is Istiak. Welcome to our culinary journey through Uzbekistan. Today, we'll explore the rich and diverse local cuisine that makes Uzbek food so unique and delicious. From the bustling bazaars of Tashkent to the ancient cities of Samarkand and Bukhara, get ready to tantalize your taste buds with flavors that have been passed down through generations. First on our list, and listen up because this is important, is Plov. This isn't just any dish, it's the national dish of Uzbekistan. Imagine fluffy, perfectly cooked rice infused with the richness of meat, onions, and carrots. Every family, every region has its own twist on Plov, its own secret ingredient. Now if you think we're done with the good stuff, you're sadly mistaken. Let's hit the streets because it's time for Shashlik. Imagine this, you're walking through a bustling Uzbek market, the air is thick with the smell of spices, and then you see them, skewers laden with perfectly grilled meat, glistening with marinade, practically begging to be devoured. From the streets we move to a culinary institution, the tandoor. This ancient oven is the heart of many Uzbek kitchens and it's where we find our next dish, Samsa. Picture this, flaky, golden brown dough encasing a savory filling of meat, onions, and sometimes, for a touch of sweetness, pumpkin or potatoes. The tandoor gives the Samsa a unique, crispy exterior while keeping the filling tender and juicy. Now let's warm things up with Lagman, a noodle soup that's more than just a meal, it's a warm hug on a cold day. Imagine a rich, flavorful broth, simmered for hours with vegetables and tender chunks of meat. But the star of the show? The noodles. These aren't your average noodles, they're hand-pulled, stretched to perfection, giving them a texture that's both delicate and satisfying. Let's talk dumplings, but not just any dumplings, we're talking about Manti. These are in a league of their own. Imagine this, large, delicate pockets of dough steamed to perfection, each one filled with a savory mixture of minced meat and onions. A dollop of sour cream or yogurt on top, a sprinkle of fresh herbs, and suddenly, you've got a dish that's both indulgent and comforting. You can't talk about Uzbek cuisine without talking about bread, and in Uzbekistan, bread means naan. Baked in the heart of the tandoor, naan emerges with a crispy golden crust and a soft, fluffy interior. It's the perfect accompaniment to any dish, whether you're dipping it into a hearty stew or simply enjoying it on its own with a touch of butter. We've talked about Manti, but get ready for their equally delicious cousin, Chuchvara. These little dumplings are like miniature flavor bombs, each one bursting with savory goodness. Imagine tiny delicate parcels of dough filled with a flavorful mixture of meat and onions, simmered in a light broth or tossed in a tangy tomato sauce. Let's talk about sherpa, a soup that's more than just a meal, it's a tradition. Picture a clear, flavorful broth, simmered to perfection with large chunks of tender meat and a medley of fresh vegetables. The secret to a good sherpa is in the seasoning herbs and spices added with a knowing hand, transform this simple soup into a culinary masterpiece. No Uzbek meal is complete without something sweet, and trust me, Uzbek desserts are in a league of their own. We're talking about delicate pastries dripping with honey, nutty treats that melt in your mouth, and confections that are as beautiful as they are delicious. From the iconic baklava to the crunchy golden strands of chak-chak, Uzbek sweets are the perfect way to end a meal on a high note. So there you have it, a glimpse into the heart and soul of Uzbek cuisine. From the bustling streets to the warmth of home kitchens, Uzbek food is a celebration of flavor, tradition, and hospitality. We've explored the dishes, the ingredients, the techniques that make this cuisine so unique, so unforgettable. If you've enjoyed this taste of Uzbekistan, if the sights and smells have your stomach rumbling, then it's time to continue the journey. Subscribe to this channel for more culinary adventures, more deep dives into the world's most delicious cuisines. And don't forget to check out the description below for links to recipes, travel guides, and all the information you need to experience the magic of Uzbek food for yourself. From the bustling markets of Tashkent to the ancient cities of Samarkand and Bukhara, Uzbekistan has been an absolute culinary revelation. We've explored the history, the culture, and the heart-stopping deliciousness of this incredible cuisine. So stay tuned, stay hungry, and join me as we continue to explore the most amazing food this planet has to offer. Listen up, you lot. We've just scratched the surface of Uzbek cuisine. This isn't some amateur cooking show, this is about real food, bold flavors, and techniques that have been perfected over centuries. So get out there, find yourself some decent ingredients, and for God's sake, put some effort into it. This is Uzbek food we're talking about, it deserves nothing less than your best. To get more information, visit our website www.tourticketer.com.